What is going on with y'all, man? Hopefully you guys are doing well, bro. I just want to talk about the current state of our economy and how I am watching it very closely because there are a lot of things changing and we have to pay attention. I am seeing people at my job, and I work professionally as a mortgage servicing specialist and as a loan servicing specialist. So I just click on keyboards and click mouses for a living, pretty much. But I talk to people every single day that take out lines of credit that have issues, that can't pay their line of credit, because their cost of living has increased and they didn't account for, the cost of living to increase and the interest rates to go up. So now they can't pay it. It goes to collections. People filing for bankruptcy, people losing their homes. I help with people's mortgages too. The property taxes are crushing people. It is amazing. And, on one hand, you want to be like, well, you didn't account for the interest rates to go up. Yeah, but on the other, I understand that. But on the other hand, it's like, did you expect it to double? Should your property taxes doubling and your insurance going up 30%, should that be normal? Should we normalize that? I don't think so. Why is this happening? Why is there so much pressure on our economy right now? I don't know. I think I have a clue because we gave a lot of free money. Everyone just got a check for $1,200 for no reason, which I thought was insane. And a lot of changes happened. A lot of mandates were made that cost the state, the country, millions upon millions of dollars. Having everyone stay home and stopping the economy completely could not have been a good thing. Everything has gone up. College education, the average college tuition is about 27,000 per year, and that's not even including you doing like going skiing, going on like senior trips, and all the other fun stuff you do as in your adolescence as a teenager when you get out of college, going to clubs. It's not counting any of that. Groceries. That's just for the education. That's ridiculous. I don't even think it's worth it at that point. If I have to come out of college with 102 grand in college tuition debt, I'd rather just bet on myself and start a business, start a channel, go to trade school. I'd rather do something, besides do that. At least go to community college. But, that's going to be the only way people are going to be able to afford paying off their cost tuition. And they're gonna have to get more creative is what I'm saying. And it's gonna have to be that way with a lot of other areas inside of our life. We're gonna have to get more creative. I know me, I'm tracking everything that comes in and out of my bank account. I try to limit my subscriptions. I have two gym memberships, one to Planet, one to Crunch, even though it's only $12 a month. I might stop going to Planet Fitness. I don't go there anyway, and I have a home gym. Just like, really just taking a look at the details, the nitty gritty, little transactions, because it does add up. And it's needed, in all honesty. If things are going up, you can't continue to spend if it's just not a good idea. Like, I don't know about y'all. I'm underneath 50 bands. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to y'all. I ain't making money on YouTube. I do this for my health, so hit that like button, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's called Healthy Don't Hurt. But so I'm not balling, right? So I have to look at my finances, and you should too, I kind of made a mistake by getting a car note. I'm not sure if that was a mistake or not, but, so far, I have pretty good investment, But yeah, I would rather go without the $600, the $600 flying out of my pocket every single month. But, when you're a family man, you're a dad, need a safe, reliable vehicle. It is what it is. That's another conversation for another video. But it's getting pricey out here. I got a decent interest rate, but only because I knew what a good interest rate was because I work in the industry. I sound like I work for OnlyFans or like I'm some type of dirty movie star. I work in the industry, but no, I do. I work in loans. I help people with loans and their mortgages and stuff, and I have those tough conversations with people, even with their checking and savings accounts. I have those conversations with people. People aren't paying their debts. People filing for bankruptcy. More people file for bankruptcy than you could ever realize. It is astonishing. And more importantly, people's accounts are overdrafting, bro. Like, I've had conversations with people. They have one transaction come out that they didn't think was going to come out, or they forget about it, or people get their bank accounts frozen in lawsuits and litigations from not paying their dues. It's getting rough out here. It's pretty much what I'm saying, and I hope you guys are looking at things closely. There are a lot of layoffs that are currently going on. Apparently, the AI situation is getting pretty interesting. They finally caught momentum with that as far as like progressing, as far as like artificial technology goes, which you should be afraid, but you shouldn't be that afraid because they haven't mastered it to the point to where it's flawless. It's not flawless quite yet. It has some issues, and we still need a lot of positions to be held by people for now. For now, that might change, but yeah, what do you guys think about all this, man? I know this is kind of a little bit of a heavy video, but it's just really interesting because I just went out to breakfast earlier. I went to Denny's, bro, and yeah, that breakfast was like freaking $14 for a skillet, some eggs, and some coffee. I'm like, whoa, like, and that's not even that expensive, but it used to be a lot cheaper. Is pretty much what I'm saying. You go out to eat at a nice diner or or not a nice diner, but a nice like grill place, like a bar and grill. A burger's gonna run you like 15, 16, $18. It's getting a little rough, but maybe I'm just broke. If you broke, just say that. But it's definitely worth making the video about, in my opinion, especially because that's all I do all day, bro, is talk to people who have messed up bank accounts, messed up mortgages. Like, insurance is also killing people. People's insurance are going up about 20 to 30%, which is wild. And there are a lot of sad stories about people losing their home, people losing their car, people's accounts getting wiped out. And, they all have these questions like, what am I supposed to do now that you took my car? Now that I fell behind, I fell on hard times, what am I supposed to do? Like, you guys took my house, my car, I can't get to work now. And the banks are pretty much just like, hey, bro, you took the money, you borrowed the money, it's on you. Banks are not your friend. Although they are a necessity in our society, banks have to thrive in order for our society to function properly. But, it could get real rough out here, and the banks don't play. They have the best lawyers ever. They got more money than you, too. That's why everyone's going there. They have the most power. They work directly with the government. I learned a lot working for this company, because this mortgage company that I work for, I'm not going to put myself out there like that, but they double as a bank, bro, and they're a big one. And it's really eye-opening. It's really eye-opening to me on how these corporations, whether it's banks, whether it's a hospital, there are a lot of organizations and businesses and corporations that have so much power. They have so much power. One thing that I think is interesting is that larger banks will eat smaller banks when they fail, and then the bigger banks just get bigger and more powerful. It is like outrageous. And like, just seeing like the ladder, like how low, like I'm pretty much a customer service agent, but like a glorified customer service agent. But, like seeing how low I am on the totem pole is just like mind blowing. Like, I'm a speck of a speck. Like, I was on a, a Zoom meeting with like 1,200 people. I'm like, holy crap, this is a lot of people. And only a couple people were talking. And, I got to Googling some salaries, and they were all paid, making over 200K. And it's just like, man, it's like we're really just like little ant workers, working for the queen bee or for the CEO in this case, in this scenario. But it's pretty eye opening, man. And a lot of people aren't working. A lot of people aren't working. A lot of people aren't getting paid well. How do you sustain a family making underneath, oh God, what I'm making, $20 and some change? I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know how I'm doing it. It's mind blowing. You hustle, but it's really rough, and they're really not trying to pay. They're always like, oh, no one wants to work. No one wants to work. But then you're paying $15, $16, $17 an hour. But the average car note in America is $700 for brand new cars. Used is about $300 to $500. If you're not driving a hoopty. So it's like, if it's this crazy, and every time I go to Target, every time I go to the grocery store, it's $120 plus, how are you supposed to, how are you supposed to make it? How are you supposed to not lose your mind and start just stealing stuff and, committing crime? It really makes you think. And not to get all deep on y'all, but it's just something I always wanted to make a video about, and I wanted to test out this angle as well, and this format of videos. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. I hope we get it together here in the future. A lot of people like to blame those that are in office. I really don't think that the person in office really had that much influence over what happened. I'm going to be honest with you. I think this was going to play out one way or another. I'm very concerned about those younger than me because, like, lately, these people want experience when you go to apply for jobs. You got people coming out of college expecting to get jobs. They don't have experience. You have people that are seasoned at their companies, in well-established positions that are important. They're getting let go, and now they're competing with the people that just graduated for way lesser of a salary. It's getting crazy. So at that point, it messes with the labor market, like the rate of pay, like really badly, like really badly. A lot of people are going to have to settle, which happens when there's scarcity, right? Because things are getting tough, and that's kind of what happens. It's just so eye-opening, man. This economy is interesting. It is interesting. We just got to rat it out. This is not the first time we've had economic downfall or things get interesting. This happens, ever since the dawn of history in every country. We're just still finding a way to make it work. But yeah, man, I'm not like news person or nothing. I'm out here like this is some article, this is some news piece on economic, on economics in finance. Like, I'm no finance guru or nothing, but it's just something to think about as I'm paying for things, as I am looking for a new job, as I work for a bank that helping people with loans in banks. And this is stuff that I see every single day. Honestly, my position I have is pretty depressing because I have to have these tough conversations with these people that just want to survive. They just want to pay their loan. They don't want to struggle. They don't want their account to be overdrafted. They don't want their car to be repoed. Their house that they bought, their kids were raised inside that house, and now we're, locking it up and selling it. It's getting crazy out here, y'all. It's getting crazy. People getting fired. I have conversations with people who need extensions on their loans because they lost their job. Getting crazy, man. Getting crazy. I hear these stories because they tell me, yeah, man, I'm just trying to get back on my feet. They let go 600 people, and I was one of them. I'm trying to, get a new job, but they're not paying me what I was making, so I'm gonna have to take a massive pay cut. We're selling a car. ATV's gone. Getting crazy, bro. Vacationing less, going out to eat. Like I said, with the air fryer, I don't go out to eat no more. I just did that this morning because I was lazy and I wanted to kill a little bit of time. Ain't gonna lie, it's the day off. Sue me. That $13, that $13 ain't really gonna crush me. And I got a different purchase today at a certain dispensary, cough, and got $15 off. So that's where it came from. But still, I'm up here wilding. But no, man. All seriousness, it's getting pretty tough. It's getting pretty rough. I wonder how long like free services are going to be available. I'm going to be honest. There are a lot of people that are relying on government services, food stamps, government housing, all kinds of assistance, carpool services. Eventually, they're going to start trimming the fat. And once they start trimming the fat, bad things happen. People, butts meet the street, especially if you don't have a father. If you don't have a functioning home, you have to work twice as hard. Those are the people that are going to get crushed by this the most, and that are getting crushed by this the most. From what I'm seeing, the single mothers are really getting crushed. Fathers as well, but that's what I have the conversations with the most over these overdraft fees. Like a $400 charge shouldn't break you. You shouldn't be giving a tax office place your account and routing number, and then so they could do your taxes. And then once you get your tax refund, you're calling the bank to stop the charge that you approved of for the service of them doing your taxes. This is real stuff that happens, like real conversations I have to have with people. It's interesting. It's sad. It's sad. People are trying to hustle and cheat the system, and to be honest with you, you can't cheat the system. You can't. I know because I work for a mortgage company and for a bank. They account for it. They make it very difficult. That's why overdraft fee is $36 because the average person, when they normally overdraft. The purchase is normally about $15-$20. So they hit you with it because they know that's good. If they make it high enough, you won't want to do it no more. because you clearly don't got it. If they make it easy, then people are going to abuse the system. But nah, man, it just got me thinking because I'm a dad, bro, and it's like I got paid for EJ's college. That's my son, by the way, and I'm hoping that if I could find him to get interested in some sports, or for probably, since I'm pretty smart myself, he should get an academic scholarship. But except for math, I'm awful at math. But I'll probably get like a tutor or something. I'll definitely be invested in my kid's future so that when he comes out of high school, it could take away the sting of having to pay the tuition, but because it's only going to get worse. But yeah, I guess this is just my rant on the current state of the economy, and just things that I notice as a father that's raising a family, as a 28-year-old man, as as many things. I'm realizing eyes are open. It's getting crazy. But I'll holler at you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. It's just with things that I noticed also as a banking professional, mortgage professional. That's where I'm speaking from the most, to be honest with you, because in my personal experience, I see people struggle and I hear the stories, but like once you work at the place that people call when you're struggling, it be getting crazy. Like these stories be crazy. People be crying, fathers losing their job, just falling apart. Like I was on the phone with a woman and she was just weeping, bro. Just weeping. You guys took my car. Oh my God. She's like, you could hear her just outside, bro. She was getting groceries. Like you could hear the bags and everything. You could hear, ma'am, are you okay? No. Had a full blown meltdown, screaming, give me my car. Give it to me. I have kids. It's gone, ma'am. It's gone. You didn't make your car payment. Times are tough. I'll holla at y'all later.